What's up guys, Noah from TemplateFC here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use our Logo Styles pack, which is a PSD file, part of our design tools. This comes with our TemplateFC Studio pack. I say it comes with, it's an option. You can just add it on for $1 along with our brush pack. And then our pattern generator you can add on for $3. But it's very helpful to use with our Studio pack, mainly because of our gradients that come with the Studio pack. So be sure to get both ideally, but if you have a lot of gradients or create a lot of your own gradients, maybe it's not necessary, but there's a lot of great stuff in the Studio pack, so be sure to just check it out anyway to see if you're interested. But when you download the Logo Styles, you'll get an example of use, which is this Chelsea shirt, and you can see these cool green and blue logos that were created with it. I think this looks fabulous. Now this, like this says, adds sharpness, which improves the reflection and lighting. So that's something to keep in mind when you finish with your design, is that you can make it pop a little bit more. And then these logos also have a little bit of a 3D effect on them to just make them a little more three-dimensional. And those layer styles are just part of our patch maker, which is a free tool you can download from us that features a lot of patch layer styles that are free. So check that out. It works great along with this, but we're just going to be talking about creating some of the color gradients and things like that. So let's hop over into Photoshop with the logo styles. You can see we have 4 styles of logos: silver, gold, iridescent, and colorful. So we can go ahead and delete the examples. They're really not that important. And we want to go to where it says add logo and just open that layer up. You can see that this is our TemplateFC logo, but with some hidden bits. And that's because if you have a logo like this with multiple colors, it will not work with this. You need basically one-tone logos where you can clearly identify the shape, and that shape can be one color. So you'll see this a lot with soccer clubs where they take their badge and they just make it black and white or two-tone, and you just want to take one of those tones. So you can see I did that here with the TemplateFC logo. I'm actually going to take it one step further and just cut out our middle TFC logo here in the middle. So let me just go, that's not what I wanted. Let's go to select, inverse with the mask selected and black. Let's press delete. Cool. I'm just going to apply that, press Command T, and make this a little bigger so we just have our symbol here, and I'm going to save that. Now you'll notice, actually I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little line, like black line going around this logo, and normally you'd want to get rid of that and make sure this is all white, but in this case it doesn't really matter because there's going to be a bunch of color overlays and stuff like that. But once you have your logo saved, you want to come back to the logo styles and we can check these out. So the first one we have is silver, which already looks great. Same thing with the gold, the iridescent, which is always fun, and the colorful, which is my personal favorite. I love adding a bunch of random colors and gradients together and just seeing what we can create. So this one's my favorite, the colorful one. I've been using it, I've been using the crap out of it since I created this tool, but let me walk you through how to modify each one just so you know, and we'll save the best for last. So you can see each of these has an effects, which is just a simple drop shadow. But this is where you could copy and paste layer styles from our patch maker Photoshop file. So it's just right click, copy layer style from one of those, and then come here, right click, paste layer style. And that can add a little bit of texture and a little bit more 3D. I didn't want to include those here at all because I just want you to be able to create the logo colors and things like that yourself and worry about the other stuff later. So this is silver. If we open it up, you'll see for silver and gold, I think these are the same setup, but you have some effects layers, and then you have one called gradient. Gradient is where you can change the color. So if you double click this to open up the layer styles, and you go to gradient overlay, it'll be normal with a gradient at 100% opacity, and you can open up these gradients. And if you download the Studio pack and get our gradients, you can see that we have gradients organized into silver, gold, and iridescent and colorful. So we can go to one of these silver ones and use the arrow keys to just kind of go through and see if we find anything. I really like this one. But you can see that there is several different versions. So if I go to one of these, maybe this one right here, I can select that. I can then come to the angle, which is at a default 60 degrees, like slight angle like that. You can make it 90 degrees. You can go left to right, maybe somewhere like that, or however you want. You can mess with the scale too, depending on if your logo has like a weird shape that you want to get more highlights in or more shading in. You can adjust that. So like the smaller percentage, the thinner it is, and then you can extend it with a higher percentage. And that's how you adjust that. You can do the same thing then with the gold. So if we open that up, you can see there's a gradient layer. Double click that, come in, gradient overlay, and then let's go to our gradients and select from some of our gold options. Which, by the way, you can also use the gold to create something like bronze or like different offshoots of gold variations. There's a few in here that look a little bit bronzy, but you would still have to modify the color a little bit. So if you say you like this last one and you click OK, you might want to come in and say you want to make it bronze, which is a little more orange, you can add a hue and saturation. Alt click and make it a clipping mask. And like select the yellow and maybe go a little more orange to get like a bronze look or copper look, something like that. So if you want to do those little variations, I was going to do a like bronze and different kind of metals like that, but I think you can create everything out of the gold and silver that at least I would want to. So it just takes adding a hue and saturation, and you could do that and then go back to the gradient and scroll through them and see if there's any that fit a little bit better gradient wise. But yeah, let's go to the iridescent now, which again has a gradient option. This gradient is going to be vastly different though, and this is probably the one you want to customize the least because this is like the closest gradient you can get to iridescent, but there's a few variations of iridescent, so maybe you can just mess with the colors and get something interesting that you like. And in this case, it's not a gradient overlay, it's an inner shadow. So it works the same way, it just will visually lay a little bit different, as you can see. And we can come in here and click through and see if we can find anything a bit better. You gotta have to get colors that match a little bit when they're next to each other, or else it's a little too much. This one I actually think looks really cool. That looks neat as well. Love this. And of course, you can create your own gradients. This is the default one, by the way. And I mean, I love that one too. But yeah, you can create your own gradients, and you can even go into the golds and silvers with this as well. And you'll notice some of these actually work really well with that too. And it just kind of gives it a different look. So like something like this, I think looks really neat. And yeah, but yeah, you just want to find whatever works for you, create your own gradients or whatever. And then once you're done, click OK. There's a vibrance here. So if you want a little more color to stand out, you can jack this up even further, or even mess with the hue and saturation. But I think where it's at is a pretty good place, just like that. Or you can go for a little bit duller, maybe slightly more realistic like that. But let's move on to colorful, which is the most fun. So again, we have a gradient map. This is a little different location, but you just want to double click that and you can come in here and start selecting and modifying. And you'll notice that the colors for this one aren't always going to match the gradient. You're going to get a little more varied results here, which is why this one's the most fun. I think you can create such interesting looks like this. But this is also one where you can go into the golds and silvers and use those as well, or even create some more of your own gradients and use whatever you'd like. There's a few options too you can do with this where, let me find what I like first. Okay, that one's pretty cool. The levels you can mess with, so you can hide them and kind of chill with the contrast or have it with contrast. And then again, you can mess with hue and saturations, or something that I was going to do with our example look, that Chelsea kit. I actually had it for a bit, making it all blue, but I opted out of it. But if you wanted to maybe make one of the colors more dominant, so this is like purple and pink. If I wanted to maybe, I don't know, let's maybe make it just pink. We can select pink as a color and set the layer to color and make it pink, and maybe drag it below the levels so we still get the brightness of it. And we can just decrease the opacity if we want a little bit of the purple to come through, and adjust how much of a certain color is in there. And just an easy way to get the colors you want, since the gradient map can be a little more varied in the colors you get. But that's the logo styles. You can then, when you're done, either take off like the drop shadow, Command J, duplicate, and Command E to merge to have that on one layer, or you can just take the group and drag it and drop it into whatever document you need. You can also just hide the background layers and save it as a PNG and use it for whatever needs you have. But that's how you use the Logo Styles PSD. Very simple. I hope you guys enjoy this. Be sure to check out TemplateFC.com for more goods, mockups, patterns, things like that. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and be sure to join our Discord. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.